Over the past few months, I've received several questions about how I produce my series, and I would like to kind of give a behind-the-scenes look on the production process, what programs I like to use, and different tips and tricks on editing pictures and video. So hopefully, if anyone finds this interesting, they might be inspired to start producing videos of their own, or if anyone is producing videos already, they might pick up a couple tips and tricks from this tutorial. And if you have any tips or tricks of your own, I'm always open to learning new video editing techniques. So I'm going to give a kind of general overview on the programs I like to use, and then go into more advanced editing techniques that hopefully someone might find of use and possibly become inspired to produce videos of their own. So after I've produced a script and I'm ready to do my voiceover, I go into this program called Audacity. And Audacity is a free program. You can get it from audacity.com. And you might have to install a couple plugins for this program, but it will be explained to you on how to do that if you go to the website. And this program is great because it's free, first of all, and also you have different options to reduce the noise, amplify the voiceover, and there's a couple special effects. I don't typically put special effects on my voice. I've done it a couple times, and I don't really like to use those, but I definitely use the noise reduction and the amplification, and it makes a really nice, clear voiceover for any kind of production you would like to make. So basically, you just hit record, and you'll see that the cursor is going along here, and it's recording my voice as I speak. When you're done, just hit stop, and then you can go through and edit this up and clean it up. I'm going to show you a voiceover I've already done for my latest project, the Sadomasochistic God. What I do is once I'm done with the voiceover, I'll go in here and I'll automatically save the project as, and I'll name it as raw. And then I'll automatically save it again as a working file. And the reason I do this is because in the past, as I've been working on the file editing and deleting certain voiceover parts, I've lost a section. And I accidentally deleted it or something, and then I saved the project, and then when I went back I realized, oh, I deleted that section. So I create a raw file and I just leave it alone, and then I save it again as a working file, and then I edit that one in case so that way, in case if I lose something, I can always go back to the raw and find it again. Now when I'm recording, if I have a good take, I'll do a little marker here so I can visually see it, and I'll do something like a dot dot, and that will create a kind of a marker, and that way I can visually see that this was a good take, and I don't have to keep going through massive amounts of voiceover takes to find the good take. And so I can say that was a good take, then this one was also good because I have the marker after this one, and I can go to the next section, and this was also a good take. So I know that these are all good, and I can string them together and remove these. I can remove the marker by just highlighting and deleting, and then I can piece these together like so. And then they run right into each other, and you have a voiceover. If you want to zoom out, you can hit Control on your keyboard, hold it down, and then use the mouse wheel to zoom out. And you can see that as I go along through the voiceover, all of these look pretty good. They all have the little markers here, so those were good takes. But now, see, I've come to a place here where I probably messed up, and then I messed up again, and then a couple more times I messed up, and then I got the take right. Because right here is the little marker that says I got it. So you can see that if I didn't have this marker, I would just be guessing where the good takes end and where they begin. So these are all good. Now you might notice too, when you're speaking into a microphone, you might have clicks or background noise, or also when you breathe in after a sentence. All these things add to the voiceover, and it's a good idea to try to remove those and make the voiceover as clean as possible. So what I do is I take a section of audio that I know to be clean. So that sounds like a pretty clean piece of audio. And then I go over here, and I know that usually in between these takes there's going to be kind of a breathe in. Let me see here. Let me turn the volume down a little bit.
The purpose of Jesus Christ was to reestablish the covenant between God and humankind that was originally broken by Adam.
So I know that right here I breathed in. So I don't like that, and I'm going to try to remove it. So I copied that other blank piece of audio, and I just pasted it right in, and that was pretty equal. So when I go through again, see, so there's no breath sound there, and I do that for pretty much every piece of audio that has a sound like that. I try to remove them, or any kind of clicks or ticks or whatever. I remove all of that, and then I string the audio together. And then when I'm done putting all that together, I have to remove some of the background noise, because you can listen. There is sort of a humming or buzzing, and it's just normal ambient noise. So what I do is I go to Effect and Noise Removal, and then I get the noise, and you just put it over a blank piece of audio, because that's where the background noise is going to be heard the best. So I get that noise, and then I highlight the area. So if you're done and you want to do the whole project, you would highlight the entire project, but I'm just going to do this section for you. And then Effect, and then you go down to Noise Removal again, and then just hit OK. And these presets are fine. They're typically fine. You can play with them if you want, but you do that, and then it removes that background noise that was there. So now this is silent. It's completely silent, and your audio is going to have that background noise completely removed. So it's going to be a very clear audio. And then also it's a good idea to amplify. So I usually put it increase it by 3 decibels and hit OK, and then that creates a much louder voiceover than I put into my video editing program, and then I can turn the volume up there as well. But that's pretty much how I make a voiceover. And then I go to File, Export, and you can export it as a MP3. It will just create a music file for you, and then that can be imported into any video editor. So that is the audio aspect of producing a video. Then I'm going to go into my video editor and explain some of the basics of Pinnacle and which editors I like to use the most and why. And then also I'll go into Photoshop and give you some really cool tips and tricks on how to really create high quality productions, and how to kind of blend images, how to matte images. And it's very easy to use, but it definitely helps if you have someone kind of guiding you through, and I hope I can provide you some good tips and tricks to improve your video editing. So please continue to the next video, where I will discuss Pinnacle Studio.